Yo, what's going on, guys? Schmitty here. Welcome back to another video, and today we've got Journal Life video episode number 14. So obviously, real quick, starting off, I know this video was supposed to go up yesterday, but I've had absolutely no free time the past couple days to really do anything. The past 2 days have been completely full, which is when I normally try and put these videos together to get them up on Tuesday. This video you guys are seeing a day late here on Wednesday. Apologize for that, but nonetheless, still got a good video for you guys today. Of course, what other topic is there to talk about in the world right now other than the world takeover of Pokemon Go? So if you guys haven't heard, for whatever reason, an app called Pokemon Go was released just about a week ago to everyone around the world. And basically, it's just an app where you can go around all around the world. You take your phone with you, you walk around, and you collect Pokemon all around the world around you. This has pretty much caused a mass takeover of any semi-Pokemon fan, even those who aren't even really Pokemon fans. And it's been absolutely crazy. There's people walking around all over now with their phones, just walking around like this, trying to find Pokemon, and it's just been absolutely crazy. It's been, without a doubt, the top app that has been downloaded recently, and so many people are using it. It's the only thing talked about on social media or anything nowadays, and it's absolutely crazy. And I thought I'd just share my thoughts, what I kind of think of the whole thing, and let's get into it. So starting back when Pokemon was extremely popular, and it was kind of one of the big main things going around in the world, I was never a fan. I never picked up on it or anything. Pretty much everybody I knew was into Pokemon in some way. They had cards, they were playing the games on the Game Boy, they were doing all those sorts of things. I never got into it. I never understood the whole concept of doing that whole thing. But so many people did, and it was so popular. It was vastly one of the most popular games. Heck, it was a TV show, card collecting games, everything. It completely took over. And since kind of around that time a while ago, there hasn't been too much with Pokemon. It had kind of started to die down, wasn't really that big of a thing. But with the new release of Pokemon Go, the new app that just came out, tons of people are coming back, getting back into it, and are just super addicted to this app. And once again, just like back in the day, I really don't get the point of it. Maybe someone could try to explain it to me. I just don't see the whole gist of it, I guess. As far as I know, you just kind of go around and collect all these characters and you upgrade them, and I don't really know why. I don't know what the point of it is. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but so many people are into it, and it's taken over the world pretty much. Not literally, but I mean, so many people are playing it all around the world, and it's just becoming the next big thing. Obviously, with this, there's a lot of good that can come out of this for people. Obviously, people that haven't done much with Pokemon recently, or, you know, people that used to play Pokemon all the time back in the day, now can have this, I guess, close to real life experience where they're going around and collecting Pokemon in real life. And that's pretty cool for those people, and they get to just kind of, you know, experience all of that again and go through all that, and just kind of, it puts some nostalgia back with people, and that's always a cool thing to bring back. You know, so many people are getting back into this and having such a great time. You know, the whole idea of the app was to, you know, with Pokemon being such a big thing, you can bring a lot of people together and have people share one common interest, which is Pokemon, and get them together. And also the idea is to, you know, get around, to walk around. I mean, you know, I've heard stories of people have walked miles and miles looking for Pokemon, and, you know, while they're addicted to that app and, you know, having a good time with that, they're also out and about, they're walking around. So there are some positives, obviously, to this new app. And also with that, there's quite a few negatives. So if you guys have been paying attention to the news at all, you probably heard of a bunch of robberies and everything. You go, because there's some kind of feature in the app where you can point to where Pokemon may be, or obviously you can just go around or share on Facebook or something, hey, there's a Pokemon here. And it's led to a lot of people getting robbed and all that sort of thing. I even heard of a murder that had happened with this last week. Someone got set up and ended up getting killed, from what I understand. And it sucks because this app is such a big thing for a lot of people, and it's such a nostalgia train for a lot of people that, you know, were so into Pokemon, and now they can get back into it. And so many people are so addicted to it that it's super easy to attract people to locations just with the use of this app. And you know, there's gonna be negatives that come with that, and it's sad that people are taking advantage of it in that way and are making their own selfish uses out of it. And personally, I don't see this as being a very good thing. Yes, it's bringing people together. Yes, they're getting together to to play a game and people are getting around and they're walking and, you know, they're having such a great time. But the negatives to it are pretty bad. I mean, you know, there was this picture on Facebook the other day of this van, and it had Pokemon in here painted on it, and it said this is going to be the future someday. Some kids are going to get led into a minivan because they're trying to collect Pokemon, and who knows what's going to happen to them, get abused or whatever it may be. And I see that being pretty bad, you know. And obviously there's been the pictures of don't Pokemon and drive, and you know, I just don't see it being a really good thing. I think there's some negatives to it. There's not a vast amount of negatives, but the degree of those negatives I think is pretty bad, you know. And I think at some point they're gonna have to do something, because you can't just let these you know, potential kidnappings and murders or robberies and all these things just, you know, you can't let these kind of things happen. And I know people can think for themselves, and, you know, they can realize maybe that, you know, certain things aren't a good idea. But I mean, with an app that's so popular and so addicting, and people will pretty much do anything to get a Pokemon on that game, you know, I just feel like something's got to be done about that. Obviously, I'm no genius. I don't know what the right answer is, but I just feel like that if something like this is possible, and with how addicting the app is for a lot of people, I just think something kind of needs to be done about this. I don't know what, but, you know, when you've got potential kidnappings and murders and robberies that can happen at any time just with the use of this app, you know, it's an easy lure for a lot of people. You know, when I understand, I'm on the side that doesn't really understand the game and doesn't see the point of it, so obviously I'm a lot more open to seeing the side of it, and a lot of people that play it aren't going to be as open to seeing the side of it because they're so excited about the game and they're having such a good time with it, and I understand that. But, you know, people do have to see that there's a lot of negatives, and to you people that play it, just be careful out there, you know. I mean, it could become an easy lure for a lot of people to, you know, abuse it and use it in the wrong way, so just be careful when in use of the app. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I mean, do you think it's a super bad thing? You know, obviously I know a lot more people enjoy Pokemon and like the app and everything more than the people who don't, or don't really care for it. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, do you understand the points, and do you see the potential abuse that could be taken in this app? I know obviously there's a ton of people that don't really care and they're just going to enjoy the app and have a good time with it, but at the same time, you know, I don't, it's so nerve-wracking to see something like this that can easily take over the world and easily just kind of fool a lot of people. You just don't know how great it can be to where we're gonna allow this kind of thing to go on. You know, yeah, it's getting people out and it's getting people active and together and everything, but, you know, they're walking around like this, staring at their phones, wandering aimlessly around the world. Is that such a great thing either? Is that something we want to happen around our society? Do we just want to look out the windows and see people walking around aimlessly staring at their phones? I don't know. You know, our local police department actually had to release a statement the other day on Facebook, and you know, they had to tell people, because they were getting tons of calls and you know, contacted constantly, that, you know, there was these kids walking around looking all strange in groups, you know, just walking around, and people weren't understanding what's going on, and they had to, you know, tell them about the app and that it's harmless, and, you know, that they're just out there playing a game and there's nothing to worry about. And I don't know. I just think that I think it honestly changes the world dramatically. You know, bringing something like this into the world where so many people are into it, and it's going to be what a majority of people are going to be doing on their phone now. I don't know. I think it's more than just a new game. I think it's more than just a new app, and I don't know. It's a little scary, but at the same time, maybe it's just a little overreaction. Maybe it's just a, you know, new app hype. You know, maybe it'll die down a little bit, but people will still play it. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And I just hope there's not too much negativity that comes out of this. I hope, you know, people don't abuse this too much and use it as an easy lure, because that kind of stuff is scary. So hopefully that kind of thing gets taken care of. But other than that, I mean, it's cool to see all these people get excited for a brand new app that brings a ton of nostalgia, and it's cool to see it on that side. Like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I mean, I'm not particularly into Pokemon and I don't really understand it, like I've said, but I know that a lot of people that are, you know, they're more pro on this app, and, you know, they don't see as much of a problem with it. But I just thought I'd kind of throw out these sides and, I don't know, just kind of give my thoughts, because I think that there's some things that maybe need to be changed or looked at And I don't know, it's a world changer. It's not just, you know, a new game or a new app. It's going to change the world, and I think it already is. You know, this is probably the biggest thing that has come to cell phones and media and everything since Snapchat, honestly. You know, how big Snapchat was. I just kind of think with Don't Pokemon and Drive, you know, people had to add in Don't Snapchat and Drive, and all that kind of thing, and people were just walking around taking Snapchats and using this new app, and it was taking over the world, and now it's become such an accustomed thing. I think Pokemon Go might go the same route, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like down below if you did. Also hit subscribe, we got more videos coming soon. But for now, guys, hope you all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.